Man, that hoe look kind of crooked, I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyway, Iamaw Godiam. Let's skim through my thoughts today. Today I learned, wow, I was told, I didn't do my research yet though, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. The weird thing about that is 1 + 4 + 4 = 9. So once again, I find myself back at this point where I see the importance of the number 9 after I already had an affinity for the number 9. Growing up, my favorite number was 8. Then around 2000 and what? Let's see. It was like 2011, transitioning in 2012 was when I began Red Pill Gang. And that was the whole 90D movement. That was me like evolving into the next phase. And that was 2011, so yeah. I also was, in that same video, it also talks about having focus days, buffer days, and free days. So like, based off of what I was learning from Young Pharaoh, there's a way to be able to align the days of the week with the planets as well as the chakras. So my goal is to tie all of these different things in together in order to manifest what I want to see in my reality. So that's one thing I got from today. Also thinking about the astrology is a body. Astrology is a body. So the head is Aries, the neck is Taurus, the chest or the breast is Cancer. I always skip to that one because it's like obviously, but anyway. So the head is Aries, the neck is Taurus, then the arms and the hands is Gemini, and then the chest or the breast is Cancer. Then you got your you got your back, not your lower back. You got your back, and your back is Leo. And then your stomach is Virgo, and then your lower back is Libra. And then the private areas is Scorpio, of course. Then the leg, the upper leg, like the thigh area, is Sagittarius. The kneecaps is Capricorn. I didn't think of the kneecaps. Interesting. The kneecaps is Capricorn. The shin is Aquarius. Not the shin, but the lower leg. It could be the shin, but that lower leg, that lower part of your leg is Aquarius. And then your feet is Pisces. So it goes head, Aries, throat, Taurus, arms, Gemini, chest, Cancer, back, Leo, stomach, Virgo, lower back, Libra, privacy, Scorpio, thighs, Sagittarius, kneecaps, Capricorn, shin, lower leg, Aquarius, and feet, Pisces. So like just thinking all of those things, it's like those are also your erogenous zones, which would be like your most sensitive zones, depending on your body. That could be your most sensitive zones or zones of arousal. That's, you know, in the physical sense. But for instance, so if I'm breaking down astrology, I'm mad I'm doing this on the toilet. I didn't plan on doing this on the toilet. I imagine doing this in front of a whiteboard or a green screen or something, but my days just seem to not have that much freedom the way I operate them. So I feel like I got crammed this in. So right now I'm finna cram in this little astrology lesson. And it also seems that like in the restroom you get the most privacy. So I need privacy for this one. I just gotta channel pure thoughts of isolation. You know, I mean, that I got while I was isolated. So let's see. So yeah, anyway, so Aries is I am. Taurus is I have. I really don't even need to look at, why am I looking at this? So Aries is I am. Taurus is I have. Gemini is I think. That's what it is. It's I think. And then Cancer is I feel. Leo is I will. Virgo is I analyze. Libra is I balance. Scorpio is I desire. Sagittarius I see. Capricorn is I use. Aquarius is I know. And Pisces is I believe. Now you take all those things and you you can find parallels in everything. I find patterns in everything. That's like one of my special abilities. I find patterns in things. I move so much, I had to be able to be susceptible to patterns. I had to be aware of patterns. I didn't get a lot of time to know people, you know. I gotta learn people quick, real quick. I gotta be able to tell patterns real quick, signals real quick, red flags. I gotta be able to attack them. And once I'm aware of these things, I'm responsible for these things that happen in my life. So if something happens and I knew about that weak spot of vulnerability, I must hold myself accountable for it. Even if I don't know the weak spot of vulnerability, I must hold myself accountable for it, for the simple fact that if I don't, who will? But anyway, based off of those things you know about astrology, if you know your sign, your sun sign, do you know which type of actions to utilize in order to achieve what you want to achieve in this reality? So me, I'm a sun sign Capricorn, so it's I use. And if you come to my reality, you'll see all the things I use. I use this camera, I use my own studio, I use all these tools. I have an abundance of tools that I work hard to go and get and achieve. And then, so one of the things that I gotta stay focused on is like, I wanna achieve certain things. My goal is to achieve certain things, and I see certain tools as a necessity to achieve those certain things. And without even realizing it subconsciously, my new goal becomes the tool. So, for example, Rico the Freako, the first phase of my public moniker or whatever, like my first time actually being like out there where people was gravitating to my music and working with my vibes. Everybody loved what I was doing. Not everybody, but anyway, I was getting a lot of attention as Rico the Freako. And you know, hold on one second. I don't know. Kind of lost that thought a little bit, and I feel bad for it, but it'll come back. But anyway, yeah, so as Rico the Freako, there we go. Thank you, it came back. So as Rico the Freako, I didn't have much to work with. My first video I shot on a borrowed digital camera, and then I edited on a crappy Windows Movie Maker program, and I put it out, and that's Above the Stars. My first music video by myself, or done by me, you know, really, period. I had a couple videos in my room, but that's the first music video I ever had. So yeah, I didn't have much to use, so the less I had to use, the more will and the more power and the more energy I put behind things. So one of my gifts and curses is whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve. But at the same time, I hesitate when I say that, because my whole original thought was to just make more videos, you know? Like originally it's to be the best rapper. I couldn't afford videos, so I made my own video. Then it was, damn, this is a crappy quality video. I must get better quality. Boom. Now I gotta get an HD camera. Damn, I got an HD camera, but it's just a flip camera. It's not quite the same. Let me get a real DSLR. Get a DSLR. Damn, so now I gotta get a better lens, because, and as you can see, you just keep going down this rabbit hole of seeking contentment and validity. And the more I got to use, or the more I obtained to use in my journey, the less willpower I had in my drive. The less drive I had, the less perseverance I had. And that's why I got distracted. That's why I got quote unquote lost per se. Because my goal was to be this, and then I felt like I needed this in order to be this. So my new goal became attaining this in order to become this. Then that goal was like, damn, I want to be this, but it's not enough to be this, to do that. So now I'm here. And I'm pretty sure everybody does this. And if y'all don't, learn from me. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you have a goal, focus on that goal. And if you lose focus, it's okay, but regain focus and remember how you got out of focus. Because although I'm speaking on this as if it's like a comfortable thought that I'm used to and I've had time to think on it, this is all hitting me like right now. Like these are other thoughts, but the final verdict of don't do it is hitting me right now. Like I got all these tools. I have everything I could possibly need or use in my position in life right now. And I still don't feel content for some fucking odd reason. But anyway, so as the sun sign Capricorn is I use. So if I'm thinking about my mind, it's a Pisces moon sign, so it's believe. So and Venus and Sagittarius is how I relate. So Venus is what I love. So I love what I see. You know, it's like I see what I love, however you want to perceive that. So it's like, if you say, well, how do you use your mind to relate to people? Or how do you relate to people? You know? So me, I would say I use Capricorn, what I believe, Pisces, in order to know what I see, to relate. So it's like Capricorn, Pisces, Sagittarius, all in conjunction. Saturn and Jupiter, all in conjunction. That's another video, how there's 7 chakras and there's 7 planets or external beings that we're using the direct energies from. Pharaoh actually had a word that he knows a word. Young Pharaoh said a word about it, and it was a word I've been seeking for a long time because I didn't understand how to translate the reasons why the planets have an effect on our physical bodies, and this word encapsulated that. I gotta work on my vocabulary because certain words I feel comfortable using, but then I'm not quite sure if that's what it means. But it's certain words that mean what I'm trying to get my point across, and it's basically the reason and the way that the planets have an effect on our physical entities down here on Earth. And each planet represents something different, and you got 7 planets. So let's see, you can start with planets or stars, however you want to look at it. They're just huge bodies with gravitational pulls. Well, I wouldn't say gravitational pulls because I'm not very sure if that's the word anymore. That was what I used to call it from an ignorant standpoint. But now I need to go touch up on my research. But anyway, you got Sun and Moon. Let me see where I want to start at. Shit, we started with Aries on everything else, so let's start with Aries. You got Aries, I am, which is ruled by Mars. Then if you jump to 8, that'll be Scorpio, which is also ruled by Mars. I'm not going to talk about co-rulers because that's like another level, you know, another phase. Same level, another aspect. Just extra shit. Just keep it simple for right now. But me telling you that allows you to know there's co-rulers to certain planets. So like Scorpio is ruled by Mars but co-ruled by Pluto. Transformation, far out transformation and death. And stuff like that. So when it comes to Aries and Scorpio, those are the 2 differences. Aries would be the yang, Scorpio would be the yin, the internal. And they both are similar, but just 2 different aspects of the planet. So when you look at Aries, you see like cardinal, you see a cardinal fire sign. This is another thing I noticed. The fires and the waters go together, and the earths and the airs go together, and they also represent like a left brain, right brain thing. But that's like another video, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dolo. Because some of this information is bounced off from Dolo, but not all Dolo. And a lot of this information I come up with on my own, and then I can go watch Dolo, and then Dolo will be saying the same shit the exact same day. So that's how I know I vibrate in that frequency plane, or that plane, you know, or of existence. I vibrate in that same frequency, similar soul groups. Same thing with Pharaoh, and Polite, and even Nature Boy, like even multiple people. I can see myself in everybody, but these are the brightest stars in my conscious awareness right now as far as what I'm here to do. And as I transition from the 8th house and the 9th house in my personal chart, because I'm an Aries ascendant, in my personal chart, I'm transitioning from the 8th house to the 9th house. My desires and my philosophies are transiting. So I'm coming from this house of transformation into this house of, you know, philosophy and travel and foreign things. And so I'm speaking on these occultist type information. But anyway, so where was I going with that? Yeah, the planets. I'll speak on the planets. So you got Scorpio and Aries both ruled by Mars. And then we'll talk about the planets another day. Scorpio and Aries ruled by Mars. Really, I'll do the planets another day and I'll do them in that order. But just to keep it chronological, reading from left to right, you know, the way we've been programmed, I'm going to keep it simple and go around the clock. Because if you don't know, I see astrology like a clock. 12 signs. And then you can look across the clock and see which signs need the other signs or can utilize the other signs for balance. But anyway, so 1 is Aries, which is ruled by Mars. 2 is Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. 3 is Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. 4 is Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, mother. And that's the only one ruled by the moon. And the partner to that one would be Leo, which is ruled by the sun. And those 2 go together. Now, just a quick, like, I'm gonna finish through it, but just like a real quick example. Draw this big ass circle. It goes Leo, Cancer, and then Aquarius, Capricorn. So like, if you want to look at it, there's so many different patterns in this thing. I just didn't fill out the rest of it. But if you just want to look at it in a simple way, like that, it'll be 4, 5, 10, 11. 4, 5, 10, 11. And then, so these two right here go together. Like, they're partners, mother and father. So then you got Gem, Virgo. Watch what happens. This shit is so fucking tight. This is like one of my favorite parts about astrology, because like I broke down in the intro, I'm great with patterns. And once I see a pattern, I feel so much better about whatever the fuck it is I'm looking at. So much more content about whatever the fuck it is I'm looking at. This shit finna be raw nigga. Alright, so yeah, here goes my plot. This is like one of my personal like things I use in real life. I've been using the clock for like 3 years now. I would literally, at Starbucks, I would literally pull out a piece of paper and just write a clock and be like, so this is your sun sign, this is what goes around, this is your birthday, and break down the whole shit right there while they getting a frappuccino made, like it ain't shit, you know. But anyway, so right here, you got sun and moon, and those are the two partners. Then you got Gemini and Virgo. You wouldn't believe. Gemini and Virgo, both ruled by Mercury, the planet of thought, communication, and learning, and planning, and organizing. So you got Gemini, which has like the dual perspective. Of course it has a dual perspective. It's a mutable air sign. Then you got Virgo, which is also a dual perspective, but think of it like the not the dark side, but the other side that doesn't have the, so everything's yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? So light, dark, doesn't make it good or bad. So you got the light side of Mercury, which would be Gemini. You got the dark side of Mercury, which would be Virgo. So you got the air and the earth, which are both left brain like planets, left brain vibrations, because it's the thought, logic. So air and earth are left brain, water and fire are right brain, the feelers, emotions, and you know, things like that. The left brain wants to make the sense of things. So earth will be the yin of the yang. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even trying to go there today, but fuck it. The earth will be the yin of the yang. Air will be the yang of the yang. Then you bring it to this side. The water will be the yin of the yin, and the fire will be the yang of the yin. So if you got air, you got yang yang. If you got earth, you got yang yin. If you do the first one first, you got yang yin. But if you do fire, you got yin yang. If you got water, you got yin yin. And y'all can take that. I might chop that up and make it a whole separate video. I don't want this Lysol behind my back. I should have been took it down. I'm at 18 minutes now. It's making me feel some type of way. But let's see. Lysol. Maybe I'm going too far. But Lysol. Lysol. It's supposed to clean. Lysol. I don't know. I ain't finna go to that right now because that might be a distraction from an external entity. And this video will allow me to bring that back up if I ever need to do that. So where I was at though was the yin-yang breakdown. And I was really just trying to show the difference between the planets, but all these different downloads and shit that I got in my brain are starting to come up right now. And I don't do this too often. And right now, I'm in my bag. You feel me? I'm in my motherfucking bag. You feel me? I might do this shit every day. Take a shit. I'm supposed to be rolling up a blunt. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Gemini and Virgo both ruled by Mercury. So as we go around this clock though, you'll notice the pattern. And if you watch this type of shit, you are already there. You probably fast forward it. You think just like me. Very similar to me, if not identically the same. We're fucking like mental gymnasts. So Aries and Scorpio, I'm sorry, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty and things you appreciate. And then you got Aries and Scorpio, both ruled by Mars, planet of desire, passion. It's like the warrior planet. That's like the most cliche ideology for that one. The most cliche example for that one is like a warrior or a soldier. So you got Aries, and then Scorpio. So you got the desire, will, perseverance, aggression, anger, ego, things like that. Root chakra type things. And we'll get back to that later. Then next after that, the next planet you have is Jupiter, which rules Pisces and Sagittarius, which is the planet of luck, wisdom, expansion, knowledge, things like that. But it's not Mercury though. But it's similar, but it's not Mercury though. And then you got Saturn and Capricorn, which are both ruled by, I'm tripping. You got Aquarius and Capricorn, which are both ruled by Saturn. So, like I said, I'm going to go down to these a little more, but this is my personal chart, the Iamaw Godiam breakdown. I've been using this breakdown for a minute, man. This is like one of the most easiest ways to break down astrology if you want to see the pattern in the 12 zodiac signs. There's another way too, because you got 12 different signs, you have 3 different archetypes, and then you have 4 different elements. So the 3 different archetypes are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And then, the 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, back ass, and water. Wind is just air. Earth, air, water, fire. Earth, air, fire, water. However you put it. And that's how you get 12 signs. So if you understand that, you can understand the similarities or the opposite thereof. Damn, man, I'm breaking off into too many different videos. I need to save some of this. Alright, so on the next video, I'm gonna finish the breakdown. I'm gonna finish the breakdown of astrology. So that video is coming up soon. The breakdown of astrology, Iamaw Godiam style. And cause I'm getting into that shit. I'm sitting here like, yo, I gotta save some of this. I'm already 20-something minutes in. I gotta save some of this. But this is gonna become my new ritual. I gotta do this every day. This feels great. I can't even lie to you. It's like I gotta hurry up and get to it before my energies get tainted by external energies. Like, people always want me to do stuff for them. As soon as I get out I just got off work. I work 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Which I kind of don't know how I feel about that, because some of the best thoughts are available to you in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best thoughts are available to you at that time of the day or night. So I don't know how I feel about working. Okay, I know how I feel about it. I feel bittersweet about working that time of night, because I could study and meditate while I do my job, because my job is pretty fucking easy. But then at the same time, I'm sitting here thinking with the ego, like, well, the oversoul of this entity is feeding off of my best hours of the night or the day. And I gotta make sure I can, utilize it for myself as well. And this is the only way I can cap off that experience. Not the only way, but this is a way I can cap off that experience and feel a positive charge about what I just did. Now I don't feel like those 8 hours were dedicated solely to that entity and I wasn't benefit off of it. I make $14.50 an hour, which is a little bit around 24 cents a minute. And I don't feel content knowing that I made 24 cents a minute for 8 hours a day just for something else. Just to come here and be tired for another 4 to 6 hours. So you think you're only giving 8 hours of your day up to that entity, but you got to recover and regain as well. And the rest of your day shifts around that. You know what I'm saying? So this is a way of me taking back my energy, taking back my control, taking back my power, and being a positive charge myself. Because when you're receiving, you're being a negative charge. That don't mean bad or wrong or anything. When you're receiving, you're the negative charge. When you're pushing out, you're the positive charge. And in my life, I noticed I'm being a lot of receiving energy. I've been very negative in my life. And if you were to tell me that, I'd be like, you got me fucked up, Because I try my hardest. I do my best. I don't try. I do my best to stay positive. I do my best to stay equal, But at certain times, if I have preferences over certain things and then I force myself to align with the opposite of what I personally vibrate with, just because I can see that perspective from them, I'm not living my truth, Just because I can justify their perspective of understanding doesn't mean I need to put that over my understanding of whatever's going on. And sometimes I find myself doing that. So it's like, that would play out like me being the bigger person in all this, in every aspect. but then being a bigger person against my own true vibration. So it's like, I can see where you're coming from. I know you don't see where I'm coming from, but I can see where you're coming from. That don't feel good though. That makes me a negative charge because I'm allowing that person to get away without actually relating, compromising, negotiating, or existing amongst the society appropriately. Just because I got the right answer, just because I'm able to understand all sides of it, don't mean you get away with not understanding all sides of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I need to hold people accountable to. And that's why I be feeling drained. But that's why I'm a negative charge, because I'm taking all day bullshit. I can take bullshit from everybody. Just like Martin Luther King, Capricorn with the Pisces moon. Now I know a lot of shit is fabricated in history, but the idea of what we perceive from his actions was, you can do whatever you need to take, whatever you need to do to me, I can take that and I'll still remain strong. That's what I got from it. I don't know what the real agenda is, for sure. I don't know what y'all got from it, but that's what I got from it. You can do whatever you need. Oh, you gotta punch me? Here, punch me. I can take that. I'm strong enough to take your pain and still hold myself strong. That's ultimate strength to my perspective. I'm a Capricorn with the Pisces moon. I get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I need to be more of a positive charge though, which is being a judge. I always walk around here like, stop judging people. You can't judge people. But honestly, I think I'm past that phase. I know I'm past that phase. And boom, this is just the idea for what the next video is. I think I'm past that phase. If you go back in the video, I think it's Gemini, short communication, the light side of Mercury. Then I skip to, no, I know that's what I am. That jumps all the way down to Aquarius, another air sign. So these are thought processes. So the thinkers are, I think, I analyze, I see, I believe. I'm sorry. I got those mixed up. That's a different pattern. I might not even put that in there. So anyway, I said I think, and then I switched it to I know. So I went from mutable, air sign, mute. That's where I meant to go with this. I'm sorry. So that's what I was talking about the signs and their functionalities. So when I said I think that's what I'd be doing, I was using a mutable air sign. So I might be right, I might be wrong. But then I was like, no, I know that's what I'm doing. That's a fixed air sign, a fixed thought process. It's a fixed way of communicating. So that's just like a way to like tap into what I'm finna get into in another installment of this shit right here. You feel me? But anyway, I need to be more of a positive charge, so I can judge people because I do know their perspective. That's why I can judge people. The reason why I say only God can judge is because only God can understand and complete. Well, hold on. I say I because I'm speaking from your perspective right now. But when I say, I should have said we, you know, because I'm speaking from my perspective in the physical, in the present. And this is for me, not you. So in the physical, you know what I'm saying, we speak on God as if it's the all, you know, everything. So when people say God wouldn't appreciate that right there, I disregard everything they're fucking talking about, because God doesn't have human personifications. God would be this water fountain or this sink right here. God would also be the toilet, and he don't give a fuck if you wear a MAGA hat or if you're gay or if you shoot people for fun. You know what I'm saying? If he's a wall, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to a certain extent, because I can go stupid deep with that too, because the walls have energies, or at least the walls are reflecting light, so the light can still feel the vibrations of transformation. But I ain't finna get that deep because y'all not that fucking deep yet. And I can judge because I'm that deep and I know where y'all are and y'all not there yet. And that's what I was getting to. I can take that accountability of judging my surroundings now. At one point, I was trying to see if I got that information down here too, because there was something that Dolo said about oversouls and the different dimensions, and there's a system there's a formation that I can be informed about from his perspective that I vibrate and resonated with, that I would like to share with my people as well. And in lamest terms, I learned something from Dolo about the dimensions and a way to express the dimensions. I already knew there were different levels to this, but I didn't have that idea of how to break it down. So he gets the 4D, and it's your dreams and imaginations, and then 5D would be you like waking up in those dreams and imaginations. Like, so everything is in threes, go 1, 2, 3. I see why he say I'll say that for another video, because it's like so many different thoughts coming at once. I see why he always gets to that. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video. That shit's crazy. It's like just right here in this vibration while I'm channeling this shit, I'm getting every fucking thought that I always wanted to like talk about, man. This shit's crazy. So yeah, so like there's different levels to the dimensions, and we'll get to that in another video. And then we'll also learn together if those levels of dimensions that Dolo the Pilot Man came up with or expressed and shared with us, because I can't say he came up with it, but at the same time the information I resonated with from Dolo, we're gonna align that up with all these different patterns that I found. The patterns from the I zone, because this being is called I resonate with that. This being is definitely called I. You call yourself I call myself I. Everybody is an I in this motherfucker. Everybody calls themselves I. Everything has an I. So everything has, you know what I'm saying, we're I. This is I. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's funny when motherfuckers, I think, I'm sure, and he's add that motherfucker to this bitch, I'm sure that would just be I know. So I know, that's why motherfuckers say or find humor in people talking in third person, you know? Because that's you separating yourself from the completion of the being, of the I being. But anyway, so it goes, I am, I have, I think, I feel, I will, I analyze, I balance, I desire, I see, I use, I know, I believe, I am, I have, I think, I feel, I will, I analyze, I balance, desire, see, use, know, believe that I am. And it just keeps going. And that's your life. And that's existence. That's not even life. Life itself is also a box. And that's why I tell people I'm not even living. Like, I'm dead and alive at the same time. For instance, just how you're breathing. You think you're living, but you're dying. Who's mourning you? Oh, you're mourning you every day you wake up. So it's like, why do people mourn transformations that the complete transformation, like death? When you go to funerals, y'all act like they in a worse off position than you, but y'all or the people that's there are really the ones still suffering. That's another concept though. And that's why in certain, we could, here, personal note, find a video or find videos that speak on how different cultures treat transformation. And we could see the root for that too, on where these different ideologies came from. The fear of death, the thought of mortality, the fear of being, you know, moving on to the next phase. Because like from all my different teachings, Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, all these different people, they speak on similar things. It's like a universal understanding, but from different angles and perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to channel all these different thoughts and shit, man. And then I'm also going to make another video. So I'm going to use that video to make a thought. I'm going to use another video to make about death and transformation and how different cultures deal with transformation and death. And then I'm also going to make another video on how to manifest using astrology, which is piggybacking off of what Dolo got. So if you want to check out Dolo's video, go ahead and check out Dolo the Pilot Man video. He has a video on how to use astrology in real life. And this is going to be similar to that. It's just me piggybacking off of that with what I vibrate from based off of that information. So it's like, for instance, if, like I did it earlier, yeah, I did it earlier. I can go on forever because astrology is everything, like, in a box. You know what I'm saying? That's everything in a box. Yeah, I said it right. Everything in a box. Oh, but you hate boxes. I don't fucking hate boxes. I hate when people try to limit me to a fucking box. I appreciate boxes because you can predict what's in there. You can predict what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. But us as entities, as beings, as solar beings, we shouldn't be predictable to the sense of this reality. Like, there's a predictability behind everything. Whether it's unpredictability or predictability, there's still something predictable if you're into the vibration of knowing what's next. But if you're living in the moment, then none of that really matters. But it's hard to do that when we were programmed to think about the past and the future so much. Like, even as I'm speaking in the present, there's another part of me in my body that's thinking about something totally fucking different while this body is speaking. So therefore, I could be afraid or I could be empowered. However I want to think of the yin or the yang. But the overall it, remember my last video, the overall it is I am quote unquote possessed or hijacked right now in the moment. Because while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about rolling up my blunt, coffee. I'm thinking about who's on the outside of this bathroom door listening. I'm thinking about what time is it. I'm thinking about where I'm supposed to be going. But at the same time, I can't stop pressing record. So the it verse is aware that there's a human inside of here that wants his body back. But that nigga gotta wait a little second. You feel me? He gotta wait a quick little second, bro. Because we don't do this too often. So maybe it's a little bit of greed. Also, greed. Beelzebub. Who the fuck is that? Heard of that guy before. Heard of that entity before. Let's look that shit up. My ego wants to treat this channel as if I'm a teacher because that's what all my brothers are doing. But in reality, I'm gonna treat it as a student. I'm gonna treat this channel more like a student. So when I catch my ego like flaming up, the phoenix flying too high, I'm gonna have to bring that motherfucker back down a little bit, and I'll do that for y'all. That's my sacrifice for me, which is y'all, or for y'all, which is me. That's my crucifixion, quote unquote. I'm not in the Bible. But if I had to translate what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into the Bible, nor am I in the Bible. That was my soul speaking right there. I ain't even mean to say like that. I'm not in the Bible. And I used to think I was Jesus. That's a whole nother fucking video. Because I've also found out about Constantine or Constantine. And then I know about Osiris. I am Osiris. That's a whole nother. I think about etymology, the soul, my foot. So, me even telling you I am Osiris. As the Aries ascendant, I represent the I am frequency with my personality. My Pisces moon sign though. So it's I believe I am Osiris, right? And the irony is, Pisces rules the feet, boom. My belief is in Osiris. The irony, right? Then on top of that, the soul, when you think about etymology, soul would mean the same thing. So the sole of your feet. So think about it, like the idea of soul and the idea of belief. Isn't there a coinky-dink or synchronicity that Pisces rules the feet, but Pisces is the I believe sign, and then it rules the feet, which has your soul and the heel. You know, the heel, like overcoming. It's however you want to look at it. I'm an artist, man, so I see things in layers. I see things in layers. And the beauty of this present moment in time, quote unquote, is I don't know if I thought of it and it happened, or if I was just prepared for it to be this way. I guess it comes in threes. You know what I'm saying? But the universe is perfect for me right now. People dancing, making music, speaking on occultism, learning astrology, natal charts. My ego is getting mad because I wanted to be the one that's accredited for these things. But at the same time, it's like the world is so beautiful. We losing. They don't have as much control over our minds as they used to. The food is still hard to get around though, and I'm still torn because I don't know if it's like a indoctrination or some type of manipulation that tells me we adapt to things, so you know if we survive, we're all right. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's just a trick to keep me out of my vibration, as the conscious community speaks on, where it's like I'm transforming into a GMO because I'm intaking so much GMO. But it's just so many excuses for me not to eat according to the way I should eat. And that's my root chakra acting in right now. I was doing that with my hands subconsciously. And now that I know that's the root chakra, that's my lower self speaking. Man, bro, I wasn't supposed to eat no food today. I was supposed to fast. I fucked this muffin up so bad, bro. So bad. Yesterday I wasn't supposed to eat. I told myself I wasn't gonna eat, therefore I say I'm not supposed to eat, but you can do whatever the fuck you wanna do. It's your reality. I ate a steak bagel. I told myself if I was gonna eat, it was gonna be peanuts and fruits and shit. Let alone I ate a steak fucking cheddar bagel. No, I'm lying. That was 2 days ago. Yesterday I ate a steak panini. I fuck with Panera bread, man. Anyway, goddamn, I can do this shit all goddamn day. I need to go get my computer so I can upload these videos ASAP. Cause I let my computer. See, if you think about what I said, damn, I talk a lot. This shit is tight though, cause now it's not for nothing. Now I'm not talking to a wall or just talking to people who ain't really like trying to hear what the fuck I'm talking about. But when you go back to what I said earlier about me being a Capricorn and what I use in order to achieve what I do, or my actions is based off what I use in the physical, like earth sign, physical, tangible things, the things I use. I let my friend use my computer. He's also a Capricorn. I let him use my computer in order for me to appreciate the other things in my life that I have, like my camera, my family, my car, my jobs, etc. It's like a way for me to like trick myself into doing multiple things at once. 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm doing something nice. I'm giving back to my friend. I'm helping him do his thing. And then, what else? Damn, I got a new idea in my head. Go back. So I'm helping my friend do his thing, and then I'm also allowing myself to create a sense of balance, because when I have something, sometimes I can take it for granted. New download, I do that with people too. I gotta appreciate people as well. But I ain't gonna brush over that. That's just a whole nother video, you know what I'm saying? But that's something that is 360, something I do all of my things. And it's when I don't have it around, I can appreciate it more. It's like a grass is greener on the other side type of mentality. So it's like, I know the balance, but sometimes it gets hard for me to continue to balance on the idea of balance that I have, because I'm a victim to a certain extent. I'm a victim of optimism, so I'm always optimistic, like the frog in the pot type of mentality. Oh, this water's getting kind of hot, but hey, I'm doing fine now, I'll be all right. Oh shit, this water's kind of boiling, but I'm all right, I'll be fine. And then eventually the frog dies in the pot because he doesn't feel the temperature slowly rising. And in my opinion, he's too optimistic to know he needs to jump out of that bowl of emotions. It's just slowly rising. The emotions just slowly rising until it kills you internally without you even noticing it. Don't be a frog. Anyway, man, I'm finna scroll up this blizzy. Iamaw Godiam. Checking out, man. This shit is gonna be great. I'm excited. I'm so excited about sharing the information that comes through all the time. Those glasses make me feel more intelligent, but when I take them off in the physical, it changes my visual. I didn't think it was really any type of magnifying on there, but it's a little bit on there, and I can feel it right now. And it's probably fucking up my shit a little bit, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, the Iamaw Godiam channel. Anyway, look, I'm still breaking into a whole nother motherfucking topic. What I was about to say was, you might see this sweater a lot. You might not see it a lot, but I treat it like a uniform, because I was also learning from like entrepreneurs and rich people on how like wearing the same thing every day saves some of your brain power, because you don't have to wake up and think, damn, what am I going to wear today? Damn, what am I going to think I'm going to wear today? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And plus, if you can find the right outfit to manifest what you need in a certain mood, like mood or time, you know what I'm saying? Moon, which is phase as well, phases of the moon. But if you can find a certain outfit to rock during a certain thing you gotta do, that's like a ritual, you know what I'm saying? It's like a ritual, and it's a comfort zone, and it can make you feel better, and it can make you, it can give you more room to think of new ideas. So if I know for a fact I'm gonna record it here every day, which I might not, I don't know. I like this little isolation box, Moon and Pisces. It separates me from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like it. But if I make that a thing, I no longer have to think, damn, when am I gonna be able to record my videos? Damn, when am I gonna get a chance to get time to myself? Damn, I need to talk to the people about these thoughts that I had at this 8-hour job, and I don't want it to just slide away and drift off into the space. So like, that's something I might do, but I don't want to limit myself to this, you know what I'm saying? Which contradicts the whole uniform thing. And this goes back to the 3. So you got right, wrong, and the overall. The overall is this: it's always up to me or you or whoever you want to say. It's always up to I. It's always up to me to figure out where my preference lies, what I want in life. And it's always up to me to know the overall and what the other side is. That's how I operate, honestly, as the it verse. That's how I operate, because I don't want to just pick one side because it feels good conveniently, because then I could feel lost or vulnerable in this reality, because people do that all the time, play stupid as fuck, and they think you're stupid because they choose to play fucking stupid. No, motherfucker, I see what's going on. I know what's going on. I believe what's going on. I think what's going on. It's what I see what's going on. It's what I know what's going on. And I know y'all probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? But it's like all the mutable signs. That means I can adapt to what's going on. So look, I think what's going on. Gemini, I can think what's going on. I think what's going on here. That's Gemini. I analyze what's going on. That's Virgo. I see what's going on. That's Sagittarius. I believe what's going on. That's crazy how, like, as far as how I think about it, the certainty goes from uncertain to for sure as you go around the clock. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Let's see. I am, I feel, I balance, I use. That's pretty interesting. I have, I will, I desire, I know. So when I was using that one example, I think I put I know in there. I know doesn't belong in the mutable ones. And I keep doing that. I shouldn't do that. But it's just so, it seems like it does because air can't really be fixed. Air is not a fixed, you know what I'm saying? It's just a fixed way of thinking to a certain aspect. And ironically, Dolo said something like that in his Moon in Aquarius video. Not the Moon in Aquarius, for Moon in Aquarius videos, but the November 13 or 14, today the moon went into Aquarius video, while the sun is in 8th house Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? It's like a very recent video. And he speaks on it as well, but that's already common sense once you're into this type of knowledge. You feel me? You can't really just like trap air that well, like, but it can be stubborn though, you know, it can be stubborn. But anyway, I'll break this shit down more another day. That shit fucking awesome as shit, bro. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy I got to do that today. Imagine like having a superpower and then watching everybody else fly in the sky and throw shit across the sky and read brains and do all these superpowers, but then you're like the one that's not even using it, not utilizing it. And my whole thing is to use what I do, like to use everything I know and I believe. Hold on. Shit, I gotta stop. I'm a Capricorn. My whole thing is to use what I know I am. No, it's to use what I believe I see myself as. You know what I'm saying? However I want to break it down. But I gotta live in my nature, man. There's so many topics. I love me. I love you. I love I am all God I am. This is like my 4th outro. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this shit. I might just put it all together in one. But let me scroll up, man. 90D. I'm out this bitch. Ooh. Looking nice. Shout out Ralph, man. Oh yeah. Hold up. I am Wolf. Nah, what else was I about to say? Oh yeah, 1 song a day. I've been putting out 1 song a day since October 1st. Go check that out. We on day, 44, 45 or something like that. I'm gonna keep going at least till day 100. See what it does, man. Like planting seeds. I'm just gonna plant these seeds, man. So if y'all rock with that, comment what's your favorite song or favorite week or color theme or whatever, because they're broken down by the weeks and the color themes. And personally, I have themes for each week, but I'm not putting it out there for y'all to know. Y'all will feel it. Y'all can sense it, but y'all won't know the definite, oh, these are all songs like this, or these are all songs he made about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna know that. But as far as my music go, Eric Wolf, he has a new song dropping every day. Y'all go check that shit out. The man is fired. The dude dope as fuck, man. You feel me? Long story short, man, be great. Be all you can be. Nigga.